Dr. Chris is in, and today on 3D Printing Autopsy, we have our subject, a Prusa MMU2. Now, this MMU2 came from Matt, one of our awesome Patreon supporters, and he was struggling with it just like a whole lot of people struggle with their MMU2. And he sent it over to me, and I'm going to see if I can get it working. Now, as you can see, I have unassembled it. And before this, I've never really unassembled an MMU2. I've put a lot together, but never taken one apart. And that was somewhat of an eye-opening experience. In a couple of different locations, like for instance this barrel selector, it slides in like this. But then this bearing on the other side is actually held in with this pin. And once you insert it, how are you going to get it back out? Well, Prusa has thought this out. There's a hole in the end of the barrel that goes all the way through. So I just used a really long drill bit to get down through there and push that pin out. But not something I was expecting when I started to take it apart. Same with how the door is held onto the body. They're just pins that have been pushed down in here, and they're kind of difficult to get out. Again, Prusa has thought about this, and they have an open hole on the other side. So I just got an Allen wrench in there, pushed them out, good to go. Now, what was wrong with this MMU2? Well, it could be a handful of things, as you probably know, but the things that I found that were really obvious, now this could have been caused by shipping, but the door was broken, so I'm going to go ahead and reprint one of those. The fender probe for the filament sensor was in its seat, but the end has been broken off. So I don't know if that happened during installation or shipping, doesn't matter. That's definitely going to have to be replaced. And the selector where it holds that fender probe is also shattered. Now that probably was shipping, so maybe the probe was as well. And Matt selected not to put the blade in here, which is probably not an issue, but we might try to put that back in. Nonetheless, I'm reprinting a handful of parts. And just looking at these parts, Matt said he got these about a month ago, but it appears that Prusa is printing really hot, really fast, and at some really high layer heights. I don't know what mine looks like right now, but I'm pretty sure it was a little cleaner than this. This might still work, but we might want to print this out too. So we'll see how that goes. One of the first things I also checked was the size of these gears. These are all setting at about a 6.3. They're nice and even, so that shouldn't be an issue. That was an issue at one time. So that's the current status. We're waiting on a few parts to get printed out, and then we'll bring you the next episode of 3D Printing Autopsy. See y'all.